looking into that. But he was asked by the city, I guess, that we don't want to show the real numbers. Let me do numbers so it looks like it's going down. Not going down. And under Biden, it was a disaster. And nobody did anything about it. We're going to do things about it like you wouldn't believe. Every American has a constitutional right to be able to access and petition their government in safety, and countless federal officials and employees likewise have the right to carry out their jobs in peace without being shot. As you know, I lost a very good person a while ago, was shot waiting for his wife. He was in the car. They robbed his car. They shot him. They killed him like it was nothing to it. She was walking to the car. It's a horror show. This issue directly impacts the functioning of the federal government and is a threat to America. Really, it's a threat to our country. We have other cities also that are bad, very bad. You look at Chicago, how bad it is. You look at Los Angeles, how bad it is. We have other cities that are very bad. New York has a problem. And then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention that anymore. They're so far gone. We're not going to let it happen. We're not going to lose our cities over this. And this will go further. We're starting very strongly with D.C., and we're going to clean it up real quick, very quickly, as they say. Days ago, a former member of the DOJ staff was savagely beaten by a band of roving thugs after defending a young woman from an attempted carjacking. He was left dripping in blood. He thought he was dead, with a broken nose and concussion. Can't believe that he's alive. He can't believe it. In June, a 21-year-old congressional intern was tragically killed after being hit by a stray bullet in a drive-by shooting. A former Trump administration official named Mike Gill, fantastic person, was murdered last year in cold blood in a carjacking blocks away from the White House. We all knew him. Great person. Waiting for his wife as she was walking to the car. A Democrat congressman was also carjacked at gunpoint not far from the Capitol. And in 2023, an aide to Senator Rand Paul was stabbed in the chest. And
Mic check 1, 2. It's good, y'all.
Horrifically, last July 4th weekend, a 3-year-old girl was shot in the head and killed while sitting in a car near the Capitol. It's becoming a situation of complete and total lawlessness. And we're getting rid of the slums, too. We have slums here. We're getting rid of them. I know it's not politically correct. You'll say, oh, so terrible. No, we're getting rid of the slums where they live. Caravans of mass youth rampage through city streets at all times of the day. There are ATVs, motorbikes. They travel pretty well. Entire neighborhoods are now under emergency curfews. Just this past weekend, gunfire went through, and you saw that, the Navy Yard. I saw it this morning. They saw that they fought back against law. See, they fight back until you knock the hell out of them, because it's the only language they understand. But they fought back against law enforcement last night. And they're not going to be fighting back long, because I've instructed them and told them whatever happens, you know, they love to spit in the face of the police. As the police are standing up there in uniform, they're standing and they're screaming at them an inch away from their face. And then they start spitting in their face. And I said, you tell them, you spit and we hit. And they can hit real hard. It's a disgusting thing. I've watched that for years, for 3-4 years. I've watched them. The police are standing, and they're told, don't do anything under any search. So and you can see they want to get at it. And they're standing there, and people are spitting in their face, and they're not allowed to do anything. But now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want. This dire public safety crisis stems directly from the abject failures of the city's local leadership. The radical left city council adopted no cash bail. By the way, every place in the country where you have no cash bail is a disaster. That's what started the problem in New York, and they don't change it. They don't want to change it. That's what started it in Chicago. I mean, bad politicians started it, bad leadership started it, but that was the one thing that's central: no cash bail. Somebody murders somebody and they're out on no cash bail before the day is out. We're going to end that in Chicago. We're going to change the statute. I spoke with Pam and Todd and everybody. We're going to change the statute, and I'm going to have to get the Republicans to vote because the Democrats are weak on crime, totally weak on crime. They don't know why. They want to stop because they get mugged too. But we're going to change no cash bail. We're going to change the statute and get rid of some of the other things. And we'll count on the Republicans in Congress and Senate to vote. We have the
describing Chicago as a disaster. This is obviously a context of what he wants to do in Washington, D.C. He then you and Mayor Johnson, Mayor Brandon Johnson. You know, he also talked about you being a possible presidential contender. For example, he said, commented on how you lost weight, telltale sign that you're considered running for president. I guess number one, can you do anything to prevent what President Trump's saying about bringing the National Guard to Chicago? And number two, what's your reaction to everything else that the president said?
Well, first of all, let's start with there is even you're laughing. I agree. No, I know. No commentary on your part. Let's start with there is a law on the books confirmed by the Constitution called posse comitatus. And it means that the federal government does not have a right to send soldiers into American cities for the purpose of, well, for any purpose really, but specifically to fight crime, let's say. And that is what he's suggesting that he will do, violate that law. It's not surprising to me that he suggests violating the law. He's done it many times and been convicted of it 34 times. And so I would just say he has absolutely no right and no legal ability to send troops in to the city of Chicago, and so I reject that notion. As to everything else that he had to say this morning, I guess I should say thank you for the compliment. And you have to remember that I reject criticism and don't really want to respond to criticism from Donald Trump, who inherited his money and then went bankrupt 6 times and then defrauded his bid.
Wait a minute. The fact of the matter that this dude have the nerve to say somebody inherited some money. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just let you know right now, this dude, Governor Pritzker, is rich as hell. Don't get it twisted. He definitely stacked up a lot of money, family inheritance, all this stuff. So for him to talk about somebody getting inherited money, matter of fact, when he talk about rich people getting taxed, you know he lying. He's filthy rich. So today, I got a mic check. What up? Yo, what up, y'all? Greetings, world. Let me make sure everything is good, man. This storm is messing everything up, man. What up, y'all? This your boy T Hyphen, man. Checking in one time. Let me get a quick visual test on this joint. See if I'm streaming the right way. Okay, here we go. We in there. We live. It's your boy T Hyphen, man. Tuned in to another session. Man, this is wild right here because uh this is like first of all, before give me a minute, y'all. Hold on. I gotta get my shit together. Family. 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 Shout out to everybody that's tuning in on the live stream, man. This your boy T Hyphen, man. We streaming live on my Facebook page, but we also streaming live on Dope Lines Podcast on YouTube. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button on that joint. Also subscribe to my Facebook page right here, T Hyphen Stanley. You dig? Um, the CEO and host of the Dope Lines Podcast, CEO of Dope Lines Apparel. Make sure y'all check out that Dope Lines Apparel too. Now we got definitely got the hottest apparel out there in the business right now. So hip hop apparel. So make sure y'all tune in and lock in and shop with that one. But right now we just streaming live, man, and we just bring it to you. We gotta just talk about some real talk, man, that's going on that's not talked about. We gotta talk about the elephant in the room, which is crime, killing, demonic behavior. Now, I know it's a lot of us that in denial, man. You know, we sit up here and say, it's not as bad as people say it is, or you just got to know how to move, or stuff like that, man. But to be truthful, man, we know it's just a hurtful situation, man, that we in. Like it's not normal, man, and especially when you like live like out of town in other cities and stuff, man, and you start to see how other people live, and this crime everywhere. Don't get me twisted, man. This crime everywhere. But when you get to the point where you see crime like how it is, like uh, in small cities, Gary, Milwaukee, New Orleans, like those are small cities that got like probably higher crime rates per capita than we do, and it's crazy because it's not a lot of room to move around. So if you just got violence everywhere, that's even sicker. Chicago would get disguised, to get masked. I can't say you can escape the crime, but the city is so big that crime can't follow you everywhere. You know, so you get into a sense of denial where you think that it ain't that bad or whatever. But first of all, before I even start the show, and I got some invites. I got some people I'm gonna invite in, send some invites in and stuff. But before I even get to that part, I just want to, say, like this part of the show, man, is just brought to you heartfelt. I understand there's a lot of people on here that lost lives. Um, tragic stuff, that happens. So this is a heartfelt, powerful intro to this show. Um, we just got to take a moment, man, and send condolences to every single family that's been touched by violence. The ones who lost fathers, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, maybe all of, some families lost, all of it, Uh, the city is for the city, man. The city feels for you. Um, um, we we can't say all the loved ones by name, but just know that whoever they are, their memory is kept alive, man. And just before we start the show, I just gotta say, uh, like I say, much love and blessings to everybody who lost, somebody senseless street violence. Now that we got that out the way, folks, it's time to go in, man. Now I'm not gonna uh start this show by um feeling sorry for
uh, anybody. I'm not gonna start the show by saying, "Oh, well, uh, uh, we trapped in this uh, uh, racist world where everybody is against us and it's all that victimhood stuff." I'm not even going to start the show off like that, man, because the simple fact of the matter that we have to take accountability, man. We have to take accountability for us and what we do to each other. So I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry for anybody or let y'all play victim when you go out and you vote for these type of people that you vote for. Once you vote the devil in, it's like sinners. When dude came to the door and he was like knocking on the door and he asked, "Can he come in?" And think about it, they only can get in until they ask. These politicians know how to ask. They are the demons. They are the devils. They know how to come to your church. They know how to come to your community center. They know how to come invade where you think is holy at, and you think these people is upright that's going to tell you the right things. They go there, they knock on your door, you invite them in, and then you got the Democrats. Yeah, the Democrats come in just like that, like sinners. If y'all want to break down the meaning of sinners, that's what it was. Y'all invite the devil in, and y'all think it's right. Y'all think it's cool, and then you vote for Brandon Johnson, and this dude don't do nothing for you. Let the city go broke, take away all your resources, give them to illegal immigrants, fight for the legal immigrants, all so they can get votes. Pritzker the same way, fighting for legal immigrants, all so they can get votes. The bottom line for these dudes, it's crazy because all they trying to do is make it to the White House and get generational wealth. Every politician, I don't care who they are, their goal is not to make sure everybody eat and everybody is good. Every politician, I don't care if it's Trump all the way down to your alderman, your city councilman, city councilwoman, anybody, your judge, all of them just trying to get generational wealth and move to the White House, be included with the White House, do a boots on the ground dance in the White House. So it's serious business out here, folks. I'm talking about like we gotta stop this, man, because you keep voting the same people in and then you want different results. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen, folks. You vote in a dude who who wants to defund the police. Brandon Johnson was the first one talking about defunding the police. That's what he ran on office on. That was his main motto, defunding the police. So you get a dude like this that want to defund the police, and he sit up here and tell you that crime is down and everything, and he's born and raised on the west side. Go by his house. See how many police out there in front of his house. It's the 15th district right there. He got all the police in front of his house. Meanwhile, down the street, it's a Fifi on the block. This Club J, whatever. Shorty done called out 2,000 people on the block. You feel me? So while he got all this protection at home, his kids safe, tucked in. Him and his wife, his dog, everybody they safe, they tucked in. You got the whole city going crazy, and the police can't handle it. They don't get paid enough. First of all, y'all got to understand who want to come out every day and protect a pack of wild animals, man. Especially if you ain't black. Imagine if you was another race and you had to go patrol. Imagine if it was the other way around and we black and we had to go patrol white people neighborhoods every day because they acting wild. They savages. They don't respect each other. They twerking on top of police cars. They twerking in front of everything. They taking over whole blocks. That's what they did. And Brandon Johnson got police outside every corner, every parking spot filled in front of his crib is police. And these peoples that pay rent, they outside bad. these people pay property taxes, the highest in the land, and guess what? They out there with a fifi on the block. Thousands of kids took over their neighborhood and they can't do nothing about it. 3 in the morning, kids get shot. Guess what? Nobody there to take the blame. They want to say don't bring in more protection, but they're not talking about how to stop what they doing. They giving you fluff on the numbers, talking about, oh, uh, well, crime is down, and this and that. If that's so, how many people out there for real in the live chat feel safer? Like for real, like how many people in the live chat right now can say, "Oh, I feel safer," and don't lie about it? Because it's crazy because when you go out now, and the only reason I can say that crime, the numbers might be down or dipped a little bit is because everybody got a gun now. You feel me? Everybody got a gun. Everybody got a gun. So yeah, from sister girl to little niece to nephew to cousin to dad to mom to grandma, everybody got a gun now. So yeah, it might be a little slow on crime because people thinking twice about doing something because everybody got a gun. But that's not because of help from the politicians. If that was the case, people would be saying they don't need guns. If people felt safer in their communities, they wouldn't have to have guns. If you can walk around everywhere, I don't care. All my people, wherever they go, since I moved back to Chicago, everybody saying the same thing. Yo, I got to go with my gun. I got to pack my gun. And I'm thinking like, I lived in other cities, New York, Atlanta, everywhere. Well, you got, Georgia, everybody got a gun. It's legal, so it's just everybody pack a gun. But Chicago people take guns on defense, like for real. Like they don't want to go to the gas station without their gun. They don't want to go to the grocery store without their gun. They don't want to do simple stuff like that without their gun. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's different when people moving like that, man. Like that that's not normal. You know, it's just it's not normal, man. So I just got to talk about that, man, because Brandon Johnson and Governor Pritzker with his rich ass talking about Trump inherited money and he's like from one of the wealthiest families. They own like I think the Hyatt Hotel or something like that. Like it's one of them hotels, man. They got money into it, man. And they saying like filthy rich. Um, they talk about taxing the rich and all this stuff, man. They really don't believe that because they rich. All these politicians are saying talk about the rich people are really talking about themselves. So you know they lying. They'll set you up and say, yeah, we go tax the rich, we go do this, and then you fall for it, and then they don't get taxed. Meanwhile, you still getting taxed and paying student loans and falling for everything. So, it's just a cold, crooked world, man. But like I say, man, uh, this kid, like, I don't even know how many people got shot in like 24 hours. It just was crazy all through the city, man. And whoever this kid is, this J. Roy kid or whatever, won't somebody cuff him, man, and put him on a team? I'm for real. If you can organize 500 people on social media, you good. This kid put together over 1,000 people to come, spur the moment on the block, and took it over. That's crazy. I mean, salute to that kid. Like, that kid is awesome. He deserves whatever, man. He is something special. So for him to do that, uh, organize that, somebody need to cuff him and put him down with an organization and do some good. Like that dude did more than what Fred Hampton can do with the Black Panthers. Like, if he can organize that many people, and if he can change his way of thinking, and somebody cuff him to him, like, why don't know somebody come and mentor that kid right there, man? Why don't we gonna take this negative situation and turn it into a positive? You know, we go uh, we go take Shorty and we go make him um, um, president of whatever, you know, and put Shorty on, you know, put him in charge. He's obviously a leader. He obviously, come on, man, this man is doing stuff that he like a teenager, man. Make this man a leader and show that, make him a positive light in the neighborhood. Take what this bad situation is and make it better. And as far as 1,000 kids setting up on a block, and where the parents at? Like, before I can't even get into the mayor y'all voted for and the governor y'all voted for because y'all just program. I want to light their ass up and light y'all ass up for voting for them, but I can't because of the simple fact of the matter. The parents got to control their own kid. I can't. Now you want to get mad because the government got to come in and soldiers got to come in and make your badass kids calm down. That's the craziest thing in the world. I don't understand how you can see how everything has changed and got worse, and you mad at somebody because they are in charge and they watching everything go down the toilet. So the only way they can stop it is to bring in reinforcement and stronger discipline. Everybody know we need stronger discipline. We can't keep complaining about how we can't do this, we can't do this, we can't do this, we can't do that. That's no way to live. That's no way to live to keep saying you can't do something. That's no way to live to say, um, 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 uh, you can't uh, go somewhere without protection and straps, and I'm talking about the simple things, the grocery store, like I said, the gas stations, you know, the liquor stores, restaurants. No, you can't go get something. I know Chicago got some good food, but when it's food to die for, it's just ridiculous. When you got to go strapped to go to a certain Uncle Remus or certain Harold's, that's sad, man. That's nothing to be proud about or nothing to get used to. So that's why I don't understand the people getting used to that, and then they get mad when somebody want to come in and make a change. It just don't. It don't make sense. So yeah, but like I said, we live right now. I got a special guest that I definitely want to bring in a little later. One of my good peoples, Zoe. You know what I'm saying? Been knowing Zoe for a minute. Go way back. Swag Shop. She was one of the managers at the Swag Shop, Killer Mike Shop. Shout out to Killer Mike. I'm still, peoples. Um, uh, he had Zoe working at the shop. She was helping out at the shop. So, that's where I know Zoe from. So we go back. But she also, got family ties in Chicago. And she's a fighter for the city, man. Got a great background. I'm gonna let her tell her background or whatever. I don't want to spoil the show, but I just tell you this though, that she is for the city, man. And I've been just proud because I've been back and I haven't been able to join in and help out with the march. She's down with Chicago Red, going red. Chicago going red. Let her fill you in with all that. But like I said, just an awesome, individual, man, a fighter. I love the spirit. Uh, like I said, we got a crazy story when you hear it. It's gonna be like, e- everything full circle, everything meant to be. Um, so yeah, I'm just waiting on Zoe to check in with us. Got some more people that's gonna check in with me too on the live. Like I said, man, for those who just caught us, this is Dope Lines Podcast, man. I'm broadcasting on Fish and Spaghetti Show. I'm broadcasting also on my Facebook page. So I got 3 pages that you can get in tune with, man, because we got 3 podcasts. We talk about 3 different things, but tonight this is like a unified emergency podcast because this word need to be spread everywhere, man, because everything is getting out of control, man. From Philadelphia to LA to New York to Atlanta. They had a shootout at the BP, at the Quick Trip, Buckhead, like inside the joint. So um, it's a lot going on, man, and we got to take accountability, man, because we still running from the truth, man. That we can't blame anything or anybody, man. We have to take accountability. We have to start off by checking these kids. We can't just be out here calling them YNs. That young nigga shit gotta go. It's just not good. And just to say, oh, they just young niggas. No, hell no. Young niggas has always been young niggas, but it's always been a mixture. You got some bad, you got some good. Fred Hampton was a young nigga, 21 years old. The Black Panthers, 20 something years old, 18 years old, 17 years old, building clinics, feeding the kids. They walked around with guns because they was protecting, they was on protection. So it's just a difference, man, of you know, uh uh perspective on this, man, and like we just gotta stop doing stuff and all the twerking and all that. That's like young ladies, like ladies, older ladies, like everybody love to see some ass shaking. I ain't gonna lie, but y'all just going overboard, man. I seen a video with some chicks at Lincoln Park Zoo and they twerking all in front of the lions and shit. Like it's just crazy. Like it's to the point, folks. So I'm gonna tell you like this: it's demonic. It's no other way to put it, man. It's demonic, man. Because if you look at it, the kids are telling you what it is. They telling you they on demon time, folks. They not even sugarcoating nothing. They telling you, yo, it's on demon time. I'm on demon time. That's what it is. On site, whatever, smoking on your homies, uh, GDK, BDK, all it just demon time, man, and it's just allowed to be demon time. Demon time is popular, and we done got so normalized by it that we just think it's okay, or we just try to, avoid it and live around it. And there's no way you can do that. Like you say, 1,000 kids pop up on the block. Where are Black Lives Matter? Where is the combat of evil? If you got all evil and you got people, like it or not, people talking about they waiting on a new world order, people reading Revelations and all that, it's Target out of business and and dumb stuff like that. The only thing that black people put out of business was the KKK, for real. The only thing black people really ever put out of business and stopped somebody movement was the KKK. We took over that. They ain't needed no more. There ain't no more going to buy no hoods or whatever. Now it's replaced by poo shiesties and hoodies, all black. The white robe now is all black. Black Air Force Ones, black jogging Nike, black Nike tracksuit. I hate it, but that's the choice, man. That's the choice of catching the hats. A black Nike tracksuit. So they put the Klan out. If you ever want to be successful in something, black people will say, "Yeah, we did it." Congratulations, young niggas. Y'all got them white people mad. Y'all want to make some white people mad and piss them off. Oh, them Klan members mad. They can't even put together no plan to kill. Like it's senseless now. Ain't no more chasing niggas and burning crosses because hell, the young niggas doing it for them. They like, damn, they got they little pow guns and burning crosses and shit like that, and and the young kids coming through like young kids ain't playing. The Klan like, oh, let me sit my ass down. Billy Bob, sit down. Billy Bob is over with. The young niggas got it. Matter of fact, they might be the grand chiefs or whatever they call the leader of the clans. They probably got pictures of a young niggas all through their joint. You know what I'm talking about? Like y'all probably, Great State Halls and shit. The KKK Kingdom, y'all Kingdom Hall. Y'all just got plaques all up in that motherfucker for catching bodies and shit. Favorite rappers, they got a Lil Durk and all them niggas on the favorite rappers list and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. But yeah, we about to get this show started, man. Um, like I said, shout out to everybody tuning in, man. Um, just a lot to talk about, man. It's ugly out here, man. Like, um, and to hear people that they like to reverse it. I call it selective outrage, man. Selective outrage is when the people they come and they get mad at certain things, but they don't get mad at the thing they should get mad about. You know what I'm saying? Like meaning like you get mad at. It's going to be a lot of people that's outside protesting Donald Trump talking about bringing in the military. They go talk about they go hit the streets. They go have they signs. They go mix it in with the LGBTQT, whatever, all that. They go mix it in with everything, and they just go complain, complain, complain. All these people that's hit the streets and complain and protest won't get out there and complain and protest about the violence. You know what I mean? They won't get out there and be like, it's 1,000 kids talking about posting up. Let's go bum rush they shit. They won't try to tap into these kids' social media so they can find out where they at and then sabotage they spot. You know, the police can catch all the criminals in the world, but they can't hack Shorty's uh, Facebook page to find out where this party's going. You can't find that can't find this out, but you can find out everything else, all types of other sabotage. And guess what? The police can't do nothing. You got 1,000 kids, 2,000 kids posted up on the block. Only thing the police can do is just watch. They don't know who's underage. They don't know who's overage. They can't just go touch them. They can't grab them. These kids aren't, they are unruly. They cursing them out. They dancing in front of them. Little girls naked. Little boys, they are too, 'cause they got their pants sagging, their ass out. That's another thing, man. That's a whole nother thing, man. How do we even allow that type of shit to keep for real? Like, like, it's 2025, and to see a kid walking around whole ass out on purpose. Like you could tell this dude make sure he put on the proper pants, proper shoes, $100, $200 on jeans, $100, $200 on a belt. What you doing? You know that you going out your ass showing at least your drawers, or you bend over and you can see your underwear. Y'all niggas are premeditated. Y'all going outside on purpose, putting the outfit together, just- and to make sure that you show your ass. That's some weird ass. And I don't know who y'all think y'all appealing to because if a chick, oh my God, that's the problem with this world right now. The kids of the parents who father had their ass out. I guarantee you. The mothers who was out there having these babies and don't care and they cool and they outside, so they kids outside. They don't know nobody got a curfew. Nobody know nothing. They don't know where nobody at. They just see each other at night. Hopefully, that's it. Yeah. So it's just crazy, man. Like I said, I just gotta talk about what's going on, man, as far as like the violence in Chicago and the selective outrage. And then you got let's talk about the Obamas, man. Because I could dig into the Obamas, man, for a while, man. You know, it's crazy that they are the premier couple, and 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 they are the number one black couple. Supposedly, everybody love them. You know, they are who they are. And the crazy thing about it is they got a podcast. Well, Michelle got a podcast. Her and her brother. That's a whole nother subject. But they got a podcast, and you mean to tell me doing this podcast when there's nothing else going on in the world more than the crime and everything that's happening, you get on your podcast. This is the first lady, former first lady. You get on a podcast, and all you can talk about is relationship. You dumb down to what the rest of these bogus ass podcasts get on there and talk about is relationships. You get up there and complain about how your relationship was bad and how you never had a chance to say no and live your life and you the first lady. You get up there and you talk about how you bring up guests who talk about how hard it is to be single mothers and this and that and they millionaires and they don't take accountability. You have other gay men, they get up there and you talk about Ian and Shannon, Stephen A. Smith and how he sound like a housewife, you know, a reality show housewife, and you got a bunch of zesty dudes up there talking about Stephen A. Smith. Then you get your husband up there, the president, the former of the United States, a black man at that, claiming to be black, claiming Chicago. And you get him up there and he talk about how every male should have a gay mentor. You mean to tell me these the subjects and topics that you can bring up when you got crime going on like that? And I know what people gonna say. Well, it's not his fault. He don't live in Chicago. He shouldn't have to worry about what's going on. You ran off Chicago. You used Chicago. You came through Chicago. Why wouldn't you have a certain type of heart of sympathy for Chicago? I bet you come back for that library that's being built. Oh yeah, that bogus ass library, motherfucking rainbow. That's what it's gonna be. Wait, I guarantee you, he come back for that. She'll be right with him. She won't go to the funeral. She won't go to the inauguration, but she'll go to the grand opening of the library, so they can go there and raise everybody property taxes around them. Meanwhile, the city going broke. I don't even know how they building this joint. Where they getting the money from? If we in the hole, and the reason we in the hole, like it's just so much, man. Brandon Johnson got us. We broke. That's the distraction. Is Trump sending in the military? They using this as a distraction because we broke. He just said he was going. And one more thing before I even jump around like that. If Trump was trying to use him saying he was bringing in the military as like a bad cop type of situation or scenario where he trying to say threaten somebody, to scare somebody straight or get him in order, the Democrats blew that. They so slow, they won't even let the man punish or threaten the young niggas by saying, yeah, I'm gonna bring in the National Guard. We keep going on, man. I'm gonna start off right here in DC, then I'm gonna just go keep it going. I'm gonna spread it around, I'm gonna clean the country up. They go and say, well, you're not gonna come here with them. You're not gonna come on, man. And yeah, I know people saying, well, if the military come, it's gonna be a clash with the kids, it's gonna be a clash with no, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why. The kids know the police can't do nothing. The kids know that the police are here's Cyrus now. It's no joke, man. Going down. But the kids know the police can't do nothing to them. The kids know this and that and the third. They know this. So either you start arresting parents or you bring in the military somebody who will come in and have authority to bust their head. Now you can get a way out of it. Everybody talking about what Trump gonna do and all that. Okay, well stop it. Stop the violence. Stop all this ignorant shit. Get your kids and get everybody under control. Then you won't have to worry about the military coming in, harder police officers doing this. But what you expect when first man, look at this, man. These police officers are going against so-called kids that y'all keep saying they just kids. These kids got switches on handguns. They can turn an automatic handgun. They can turn a regular handgun, 9mm handgun, to an automatic, semi-automatics to an automatic. I'm talking about, and they got big clips on them. They got drums. The police officers got to go against this, making 30,000 a year, whatever they make. Come on, man, stop it. And nobody's bringing up the parents. Nobody's saying. Nobody bringing up the community. Nobody blaming nobody. Everybody just pointing a finger. It's the president's fault. Meanwhile, the mayor is telling you fluff that the crime is going down. And while they having a press conference talking about crime is going down, at the same time, some senior citizens get shot. People between the ages of 35 and 72 or something like that get shot. I'm talking about a tragic scene with old people laying on the ground bleeding and stuff like that. I mean, it's crazy. At the same time, the press conference going on, they got this is broad daylight on a Monday afternoon, folks. Who the fuck? Nobody's working. This should be the safest time besides Sunday. It's Monday afternoon. It's the start of the week. It's a Monday, sun shining, summertime. Old folks can't even go for a walk. Can't even go get a cup of coffee. Can't even just go feed the birds, man. It's crazy, man. And guess what though? It's gonna be Trump fault too. Oh, it's Trump fault. Trump should have. Trump didn't. Trump just. And I'm not saying Trump is the best president because I never voted a day in my life. With that being said, but can you get mad at me or could you envy me? I think people might envy me because y'all voted for these clowns over and 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 again, and I haven't. Y'all knee deep in it. Mary Lightfoot, or Lori Lightfoot, Brandon Johnson, Prisker, all these clowns y'all invited in. Y'all invited the sinners in. Like I said, it's just like the movie Sinners, man. When they come to the door and they ask them they come in, it's like them going to the church and going to your schools and getting your vote. You invite them in. When you invite them in, guess what happened? The demon come out. All they want, all Brandon Johnson want to do is make it to the White House, get generational wealth. You want to be like Prisker. Prisker is rich as hell. Don't let them fool you talking about Donald Trump. All he did was inherit money and this and that. And Priska, you are rich as hell. Your family, your father and mother died, tragically at a young age. Rest in peace to them. I go disrespect the dead, but they left you some money. Your family left you some money. Your last name is ringing, buddy. They might have kicked you out the family and cut you off a little bit, but you still got that last name, buddy. So while you trying to make it to the White House and take Brandon Johnson with you, you willing to sacrifice everything else just so you can win, just so you can Brandon Johnson can say y'all made it to the White House. Y'all will kick every black person, everybody to the curb just so y'all can get y'all agenda out, which is demonic, which is evil. Y'all trying to take over and get Hispanics to be the majority vote for y'all because it's obviously y'all losing grip with the Democrats. Y'all definitely losing grip with the Democrats. It's to the point now where uh, nobody even trusts y'all. Like, I don't even think that it's politicians out there that that trust y'all. I don't even think that it's other like th- to see how the Democratic Party is right now is scary. You know, a- and to see everybody still programmed with this Democratic Party is even scarier. I ain't gonna lie because it, it's it's programmed. Um, this it's almost to the point where it's not even robotic. It's demonic. Everybody is not even programmed no more. I'm trying to think of how I could say it's programmed or people wired up or they just in a trance or whatever. But only thing I could say is it's demonic. People are living, in that I don't give a fuck stage. There's fights breaking out everywhere. There's crime happening everywhere. It's just to the point where it's no more negotiating, no more reasoning, no more or conflict resolution. It's just on site action, murder, kill, I hate you, things like that. So um, like I said, it's scary, and you know, just to see people go at it like that, man, you just gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful, man, because it's nobody is using practicing common sense. So yeah, I like to shout out to everybody who's tuning in, man, who tuned in. You dig? This this is the live show, live stream. I had to do emergency stream, man, because it was just needed, man. It was just needed to be talked about. Um, so you know, make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share. Dope Lines Podcast. Dope Lines Podcast. Like I said, like, subscribe, share. Dope Lines Podcast. Also, shop, shop. Dope Lines Apparel, man. Make sure y'all shop at dopelinesapparel.com. We online, Dope Lines Apparel. We got the hottest hip hop apparel, man. You can get. So make sure y'all check us out, man. Dopelinesapparel.com. Um, yeah, I'm just sitting back, man, just sipping. Like I say, man, it's a rainy Monday. Um, uh, got all the lives jumping right now. So shout out to everybody tuning in on Dope Lines Podcast. I see y'all tuning in. Shout out to everybody who already subscribed to that joint. All my peoples over there. To all my peoples on Facebook. I'll be on Facebook, but I'm definitely not gonna be on here long. You're gonna have to subscribe to the podcast, Dope Lines, and Fish and Spaghetti Show, because I'm definitely not going to be on Facebook going live eventually. Also, make sure y'all tune in to the Bear Bread podcast. Now, we got a podcast strictly for the Bears fans, man, and it's going down because the season just started. So, it's preseason, so we getting into some real heavy talk now. I really don't like to talk about preseason and all that. That's kind of fluff. Who can, who is that? Who is who and all. We don't know. I'm waiting on the season to start. I don't know nothing about the coach. I don't know nothing about some of the new players. I want to see. I don't know. Matter of fact, everything is new to me with the Bears. But that's a whole nother subject. So make sure y'all tune in. That's just a dope show. We have a whole lot of fun talking Bears, and even Cubs talk too. That's another subject. Ugh. Yeah, goddamn it, really like the Cubs are really shooting themselves in the head. But yeah. But like I said, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share, man. Tune in, man. I'm your boy T Hyphen, man. There's a whole lot of stuff to discuss, man. I'm salty as see what's going on. Chicago just killed summer, and it's bad. But peace out to everybody, man. Much love, respect, peace, and we out.